Hey there, everyone. How you doing today? I wanted to remind you that there is somebody that's been on our channel a couple of times. I think three actually, maybe four. That if you're not following, you need to be. And that gentleman's name is Pace Morby, Morby. He talks about subject to creative financing, all of that good stuff. But the reason I want you to follow him is not necessarily that. It's just because he's doing the right things. He is really challenging you to think. He is helping you see what is possible. And I really do see him as one of the big, you know, real estate educators of our generation. I don't think it's a stretch, and I mean this as the compliment it hopefully comes out as he could be this generation's Carlton Sheets. If you don't know who he is, look him up. We recently lost Carlton Sheets. He was kind of the original real estate investor, infomercial guy. Lots of others after him, but Carlton was the guy that I thought did it right, was genuine, wasn't a huckster or a slick person. He was just putting it out there and trying to help people. And I see all of those same things in Pace Morby. I found this particular thing I'm about to share on Instagram. So again, follow Pace Morby on Instagram. Let me share it with you because it is it was thought provoking. So again, must follow Pace Morby. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Oh, that's the last interview I did. So here we go. He asked all of his students. I think he was in a room full of 300 or 3,000 or 1,000. I don't know what it was. And a lot of people. And he said, "What's the hardest thing about real estate? What's the hardest thing about being a real estate investor?" And he got people to guess: finding deals, follow up, getting money, all the stuff you would think, right? What's the hardest thing to do in real estate? And he let people run on, and it's probably the same things that you're thinking. And then he went on to say, "I will bet you $1,000 that you can never guess." And I'm like, "Oh, you got my attention. What this ought to be good." And he let him go for a little bit, and then he goes on to say, "The hardest thing about real estate investing is there's 1,000 ways to be successful." And I'm like, wow, he's right. He is right. The problem a lot of us have in real estate investing is there's lots of ways to do it. And we get lost at the beginning. We don't even know where we are. And then we start going, and then we come back, and we get going, and we come back. So one of the things you got to do is you got to figure out who you are, what fits your area. And then you got to focus. And oh, by the way, what does focus mean? It means ignore, ignore, ignore everything else. I happen to be a buy and hold real estate investor. Yes, I watch flipping shows. I think wholesaling is cool, but I did not do that for 15 years. I only had so much time. I knew my limitations. So I think Pace Morby is right. The hardest thing about real estate investing for new investors is there's 1,000 ways to be successful. So I am so happy that step one of my course, How to Get Started One Rental at a Time, is focus. Define your criteria, define your box. I did an interview earlier today with one of my students, Corey, and we talked about it. That is how he found deal number 7, because he had a tight criteria and it hit it, and he made an offer and he got it. So I think Pace is right again. And if you're not following Pace Morby, you're not you're losing out. I think he genuinely cares. I think he genuinely wants to help. I am happy to call him a friend, and I'm happy. I think his stuff is so entertaining. He is a naturally born showman, a wonderful teacher, and a better human being. So do yourself a favor and give Pace Morby a follow. So again, just like John Burns in an earlier video, Pace Morby is one of those people you have to follow. I think they're putting out great information, entertaining. And again, I think Pace Morby is a naturally born showman. I think he is a wonderful teacher, but best of all, I think he's a wonderful human being. Take care of yourself. Bye.